Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordy. I'm here to do a general reading for Pisces. We're going to be using the crystal ball, we'll pull the rune and a chakra stone, and also build a message using an assortment of tarot and oracle cards. After that, we'll move into a full 10 card tarot spread, and there will be an extended reading after this video where I will further clarify each of the tarot cards, pulling additional tarot cards. So if you want a more complete message, you can become a member by clicking the link in the description box of this video, where you have access to all the extended videos as well as tarot lessons and other perks. So Pisces, I've changed up the tarot and oracle decks that I've been using. I was kind of using the same decks for about a month now. So this will be a different vibe. We've got the angel energy here with the angel tarot. We've got animal spirit and an energy here, the tea leaves, and the modern witch. So I'm excited to change things up for you. Okay, so let's clear our minds. And I'm also being told to let you know that if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, if those of you who are interested, there is a link in the description box of this video as well, where you can book a reading with me over the weekend, and I can connect with you over online, using Zoom or some type of video format that you prefer. Okay, so looking into the crystal ball, messages for Pisces. So I'm seeing an angel flying up into the sky. Interesting. And there's emphasis on the feet. The feet are not touching the ground. I'm seeing rocks tumbling down a mountain, gaining speed, destined to crash at the bottom. And then when they do crash, contained within the rock is a lily that is now able to reveal itself in the light of the day. Actually, of the moonlight is what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's interpret those imageries. The angel rising was telling me that you're going through some type of high vibrational peak right now, where we're seeing the top of that mountain where the rocks are going down as well. So you may be really in a high vibrational state right now. Sometimes this can lead to being ungrounded. So I'm sensing that you may have experienced a high lately of positive energy in your life, and as you ground, as you put your feet back onto the earth, there's some type of grounding happening for you, where big chunks of solid and hard to move energy, like stubborn energy within you, are just falling away. And as they fall away down the mountain, they give way to an inner quality of yourself that is more in alignment with who you are, like a sense of purity with those lilies. So it's a very spiritual message. It's it's almost like coming down from a spiritual high or from a positive high in your life. And as you ground, certain parts of yourself are falling off, giving way to a more authentic version of you. And I'm also seeing a tiger, which is letting me know that you are more assertive within your energy now. You are more protective of your energy, and more determined to go after what it is that you want, what you desire, knowing that those desires are more authentic now, that they're in alignment with you. So that's beautiful. Your rune for today is Othala. I'm just going to reference my rune guide here. This is about possessions, prosperity, birthrights, and group energy. It creates a sense of belonging and embodiment of family. And the tiger is also about possession. Possessing somebody or having some type of obsession. So that's interesting. Tigers are also regal, and we're referencing the word birthright here. So, I guess what I'm feeling with the Othala rune here is that we're talking about a sense of belonging to a group, or we're talking about some form of ancestral inheritance. Now that you are more authentically in your power, now it's time to receive the abundance from your ancestors. That's powerful. Okay, I was drawn to this rune and this crystal, and I could feel it underneath my fingers, so we're going to grab it. This is lapis lazuli. So we're focusing on the third eye today. Our spiritual gifts, our perception, our intuition, our senses. Very interesting. So the third eye, it's the guru, it's the seat of the guru, of the teacher. And it's how we perceive the world. And I believe you're being given a new sight, a new vision of what is possible in your life. And this is beautiful. This is some form of pathway that's being lit up for you. Because it's the light chakra, Okay, so we're going to grab a spirit animal card from the Animal Tarot. This is the Spirit Song Tarot, I should say. So we have the Ace of Feathers, which shows a goat. This is the Ace of Swords. It's mental clarity and foundation. It takes on a more earthy version of the Ace of Swords. Mental clarity at the top of the mountain. Remember we were seeing that mountain imagery in the crystal ball? It's almost as if the mountain goat was climbing the mountain. As it was climbing the mountain, it was kicking rocks down. Those rocks would build up momentum, and bigger rocks would fall down. And it's like as you got closer and closer to accomplishing a goal or overcoming a challenge as you climb this mountain, you've gotten more mental clarity, and this is giving you a foundation for you to work upon. This is an ascension process, and you're given new vision. So grab some tea leaf cards. Just going to grab random cards here. This deck is too difficult to shuffle. So we have Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Oh. Well, it doesn't really matter about that, but it talks about deep friendship and socializing and truth-telling and communication. We have Bread, which talks about period of prosperity and abundance. We have September. And we have Happiness. Oh, being told to grab this one as well. A journey, either physical or mental, with the carriage. Interesting. So I'm seeing with the tea and the bread that like you're breaking bread with somebody, like you're um, you know, connecting with people, having socializing, having maybe a meal with somebody, um, speaking about this mental clarity that you have. Um, it's almost like you're connecting with people, with a community, with friends and family. And then there's this journey that's about to start, either physical or mental, that leads to more happiness. So I feel like the mental clarity that you've accomplished by overcoming challenges and rising to the top of that mountain is an energy of knowing how to recognize happiness and be free enough to experience happiness, knowing that it involves other people, um, connection, community, belonging with the Othala rune. Um, this is a journey. Like it's almost as if you may not even be going anywhere in particular with this carriage energy, but it's almost as if you're going in a direction now that it involves more connectivity. You may have been convinced in the past that like being on your own or being in isolation or hermit mode perhaps was the best form of the best mode for you to be in. The hermit also climbs the mountain is what I'm hearing. So that perhaps was how you initially approached your challenges. But as you got closer to the top, perhaps your hood and cloak got blown off by the wind and you had to really buckle down, getting closer to the top of the mountain and become more agile. And it's like that heaviness of the cloak and the rocks that were falling down the mountain as you climbed up were revealing that lily, that purity. And there is lilies in the Hermit card is what I'm remembering now. So there's definitely a connection to the Hermit, to the Ace of Swords here, to the mountain imagery. It's a spiritual ascent with that angel. So your angel tarot card today is the Eight of Fire. So you have some fire energy coming in here. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. Interesting. So the Eight of Fire is like incoming messages. That's a very common way to read that card, but it's also about your passion, like being in alignment with your passion, with your manifestations. And it's like you're able to like clearly pick up on the signals that the universe are sending you now. Multiple aspects of the universe are communicating with you simultaneously. There could be different directions you may want to head in next. Let's get into the tarot reading. Ten of Cups, that is the belonging, the happiness, the Othala. There's that King of Swords holding the sword. The Wheel of Fortune, wow. Okay. This used to be my favorite deck to read tarot with. Okay, we've got lots of teal blue energy, which is telling me that you're in a very clear and truthful and and free energy right now. We have the King and Queen of Swords here, so the feminine and the masculine parts of your mind are in harmony. Which is beautiful. There's this inner knowing with the High Priestess reversed and the Queen of Swords that it may have been fate, it may have been spiritual lessons that have guided you to this point, but it also was your passion with this Eight of Fire. It was your will, your desire to express yourself and to discover yourself and discover what's possible in this world, in this manifestation you've created for yourself. You know, it was more than just fate. It was more than just the signs and synchronicities along the path that guided you here. It was you. It was parts of you that were coming forth. And I feel like you're moving out of an energy of seeking signs and synchronicities, seeking validation from the spiritual world, and you're moving more into actively living with the people, living with your community, living with your manifestations, where you can really pour yourself into the task that you want to accomplish in this life, or the life you want to build for yourself in this Queen of Pentacles, what you want to create. So it's almost as if we're seeing somebody kind of having ascended with that angel energy we saw in the very beginning of the crystal ball, and then the feet are finally touching the earth once again. You've traveled a long way with the Six of Swords here, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and you've removed a lot of emotional blockages with this Four of Cups reversed in the past. You learned how to not only create a reality with your mind, but also like through imagination, through visualization, through an inner knowing. But you also did the work with the King of Swords here. You moved the pieces on the chessboard. You participated in ways like you became less than just the pawn of the spirit. You're not just a spiritual pawn, you're an active player now, is what I'm getting with this King of Swords, Queen of Swords combo. It's almost like that whole idea of like NPC, like non-player character or whatever, in video games, where like somebody's just kind of, a product of their karma, which we all are really, but like they're not really actively creating their own destiny, basically. They're just kind of going along with the wheel, going along with the cycles that they're caught up in. Rinse and repeat type of energy. So I feel like for you, you've kind of skipped off that wheel, so to speak, and you've created more space within your cycles so that you can actively live a life that you feel is appropriate for you. And your spirit guides have, I usually see the Temperance reverse when I say something like this, but I don't see it here. But I do feel it. I feel this energy with that angel that we saw of your spirit guides kind of taking a more of a backseat role in your life now, and watching you manifest what you want to create. They're still going to assist and help you and guide you and make sure you don't stray from your path, but there's something here about like they don't have to manipulate you as much in order to help you along your journey. A lot of our thoughts, like we are a vessel. This body is a vessel. We are spirit. We are one drop in the ocean, so to speak, as souls, and we're psychic. Everybody's psychic, basically. So the point I'm trying to make here is that our mind, our thoughts, is like is like an antenna picking up, like a vessel with an antenna picking up on different thoughts as our perception, as our third eye chakra perceives the reality around us and builds this manifestation through our awareness. So it's almost as if like there's this awareness happening in this reading here of like thoughts that you have that have been guiding you, that have been coming through your mind over the years, over the last few days even, have been you picking up on the flow of thoughts that are available from the entire ocean around you, like your spirit guides. Not every thought is coming directly from you. Like you're picking up on thoughts that are being reflected back to you by other parts of the ocean, other souls, basically, whether they're in this life or they're in the spirit world. And then you perceive them, they go through your filter, and then they kind of become your own thought, so to speak. But I'm kind of getting here that like the fire within you, that little spark within the drop of the ocean, the willpower, the seed of intention, it's almost as if that is the source of where your thoughts are coming from now, because you've awakened more to who you are. So the thoughts that are shaping your reality now are coming from an activated solar plexus, is what I'm hearing, where your will is actively creating your reality. I mean, this is already happening no matter what awakened state you're in, but with this awakened state of the third eye chakra and of the solar plexus chakra, you're able to follow your purpose. You're able to kind of direct the mode of transportation, basically, with the Six of Swords. So, it's I'm kind of getting a little bit deep here right now, which I don't normally like to do. I like to keep it simple, but I just feel like you've got all this mental clarity now, Pisces. Clarity from the fact that, like your thoughts don't hold you as much anymore. They're just thoughts. You are the consciousness. You are the flame. You are the will. You're more than just your thoughts. You are your motivations. You are your so it's like shifting into a different chakra, basically, which is really cool. I feel like there's a lot of happiness because of this, I feel like you manifest more quickly now because of this. And we've got these, I'm being drawn to these two twos now. We have the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles reversed in the outcome and the future position. So, the Two of Pentacles and the outcome reversed is usually an energy of like dropping responsibilities or prioritizing something over another thing. And the Two of Swords, it's kind of like when we block off or tune out or ignore certain thoughts. So these are small energies, these twos. It's almost as if you're kind of reprioritizing what you're thinking about and what power you're giving to your thoughts. And that is mental clarity. There's too many empowered cards in this reading for this Two of Swords to be denial and mental blockages. This is a state of empowerment where your awareness is not necessarily forcibly filtering thoughts, but allowing the thoughts to flow and just putting your awareness on the thoughts that you want to cultivate into manifestation, being more selective instead of trying to handle and juggle them all, That's what I'm getting from that. Okay, well, this reading is into 24 minutes now, so we're getting too far and too deep. We're going to continue this reading in the extended, which won't be as long as this video, but it'll still give you deeper messages. If you want to follow me, you can click on the link in the description box of this video to become a member. If this is where you leave, thank you for joining me today and watching this video to the very end. And I hope you subscribe and follow and all of that. and I'll see you again soon.